Hello everyone and welcome to episode 93 of this WMMA 5 modern day UFC save here on the channel, as it is the UFC on ABC card here in London, England, as far as Leroy Murphy and Yair Rodriguez is the main event. As far as this card has been shifted around a whole lot, as far as with injuries and whatnot, but we finally have made it here. And I cannot wait to see how the show plays out, though. I still think we have a pretty good show, especially obviously it being on ABC. A lot of people should be tuning in for it. But as far as for the mail, we have one piece of mail to talk about, as Michael Pewarski has sustained a medium concussion, and he will not be at the Tough 30 finale, which is the next show. So as far as obviously very, very close to get basically a week or so, not a lot of people were ready for that opportunity. So now, as far as we have pushed it back to April for Blagoy Ivanov, and he's going to be taking on Yair Rosenstrike. So that's going to be a lot tougher matchup for sure for Blagoy. But I feel like for Pewarski, though, tough opportunity to miss out on a big fight potentially for him. Blagoy, he's 2-0 as far as Pewarski. He had been really, really good up until that point. He's been getting submission wins, which is something you don't really see a whole lot with the heavyweights. Obviously, they're known for more knocking people out, but as far as a jiu-jitsu heavyweight champion, he is kind of the perfect style for someone to make a run as a heavyweight potentially. As far as obviously he hasn't fought anybody ranked, but could potentially change that. As far as if he gets another win or two with how small the heavyweight division is. But yeah, as far as that's the only piece of mail. Again, the main event, Yair Rodriguez, Leroy Murphy. And as far as that's a fun main event for Yair Rodriguez, back in the main event, it has been a hot minute since we've seen Yair Rodriguez main event a show. But about to say, I believe the last time main event was him and Jeremy Stevens. So at least, first main event of this decade. And, he had debuted against Aldo. Yeah, that was at the first Fight Island show, duh. But yeah, he got knocked out by Aldo in that fight, and he got 30-27 basically by Michael Johnson. But at least he beat Shane Burgos on his last effort. As far as him being on an ABC card, it's crazy. He hasn't been on pay-per-view since UFC 211. And he's a guy that is definitely exciting enough to be on main events, or not on main events, but main cards of pay-per-views. So it's pretty wild. It's kind of crazy. He's only lost to Frankie Edgar, Jose Aldo, and Michael Johnson. I mean, some legendary names in the lightweight division, and as far as for him being a featherweight, obviously fighting some of those guys at a different weight has been quite interesting for him. But obviously a very fun striker, and he's going to be pretty fun to watch out for, obviously. And it's crazy to think he's still only 29 years old this time, so I feel like he's obviously been fighting forever. Obviously the Chan Sung Jung fight, which, obviously, that was, November 2018, just a crazy fight overall. And as far as El Pantera going across the pond and taking on as far as Leroy Murphy, the Manchester, England native, this is a big-time fight for Leroy Murphy, obviously. 12th featherweight in the world, taking on a very, very tough fighter. This is actually his first ranked fight, which is kind of crazy. As far as the Bryce Mitchell win by split decision was huge for him here in the save, and of course the Mike Grundy win as well, finishing him. This is a big time fight for sure. He didn't have a fight at all in 2021 because I believe Leroy Murphy. What injury did he have again? As far as minor concussion, yeah, that's what it was. So that stopped him from competing in 2021. But he's here back again in 2022, only 30 years old, so a couple of young guys in there at 145 looking to put it all out there in 5 rounds. For Alexander Radic taking on Andrew the Vice Clamp. Boy, oh boy, the London, England native. Very, very impressive debut in his first outing. Going the distance with Darko Stosic, but he put on a performance that was... he pretty much ragdolled him and was all over him those 3 rounds. already, beating a ranked guy already, and now taking on Rocket Radic, which is very, very tough. Alexander Radic is, of course, he's fought Yuri Prochazka, he's fought Ryan Bader, Volkan Oestermeyer. He's fought some very, very tough guys. Jimmy Manowar, which obviously that was, not his prime, but still, fought him and knocked him out with a head kick, 47 seconds. But it's kind of crazy to think, he's beaten Eric Anders, he's beaten Olazurskic. I always forget how to pronounce it, but yeah, that definitely is not. I definitely fucked that up, but still, again, that's obviously going to have great fights, fun fights, with his style as a kickboxer, going up against somebody that is quite talented in Andrew Clamp. Andrew Clamp is the underdog in this fight, but this is a big step up for him. After taking on a ranked guy in his first fight, gets another ranked fight here. He might make a little run here as a light heavyweight. You never know. If he can beat Radic here, that definitely changes things. And Jorge Masvidal and Leon Rocky Edwards. This probably would have been a main event had obviously Leon Edwards actually got some wins here in the save. Obviously, we assumed he was going to make a run for the title after we started the save, and he had been on this crazy ass winning streak. But then he fought Woodley, lost, had the split draw with Wonder Boy, and then obviously lost to Michael Page, which that of course was a main event back in April. But yeah, this, it's weird, he's not been obviously the guy that we thought we were going to get, compared to what he was in real life. Obviously at the time of the save, hell, when we started the save, he hadn't lost yet after beating Kamaru Usman for the welterweight title. He was still the welterweight champ at the time, and, crazy to think what all's happened to him. He's still only 28 years old. He, I wouldn't say he necessarily needs a win to keep his job, because I think his record is a little too good for that. But I would say he's probably, he's the favorite in this fight against Jorge Masvidal. But Masvidal brings a lot of experience, brings a fun, stand-up style, but he also a pretty good Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guy, but also a guy that's on a 3-fight losing streak as well. And he's fought some tough guys, obviously, in Kamaru Usman, Robbie Lawler, and then Nate Diaz, which he did beat Nate Diaz, but obviously that was overturned by the drug test failure, which, he got tested, but he, failed it for TRT, which, at that point, obviously, testosterone replacement therapy is pretty much on brand for somebody of his age, but it's like if Nate's not taking it, then, it's a little bit of a disadvantage, obviously, for Nate Diaz, but again, he's not gonna have a bad fight, as far as his style is just a little too exciting to not have a bad fight. It's crazy, again, in real life, he had fought Darren Till. This was in, was that in Liverpool, or was that just in London? I want to say that was at the O2. Gets Darren Till, does it say? When we look at, when we click on the card? Yeah, it just says London. That's what I thought. I thought it was at the O2, but yeah, a guy that obviously a lot of people definitely assumed the hometown kid was going to get the win, but he knocked him out in the second. Very, very fun fight, though, as far as him and Darren Till. This is a big fight, though, for both guys. They got a 4-fight losing streak potentially on the line for either one of these guys. They're both going to be hungry, looking to get a win on this ABC card, as Ross the Hitman Houston, the undefeated London native, taking on Neil Magny. Very, very tough Neil Magny. As far as Ross Houston, though, is the favorite. That shows you how talented he is. SBG Manchester guy, Bellator guy, but as far as in PFL here in the save and also in Cage Warriors, he did go the distance with Chaos Williams. We got the win. As far as he is somebody, if he can pull off another win, obviously, that would be pretty impressive, and he'd probably be ranked. Neil Magny, though, very, very tough veteran. A top 10 welterweight here, and he's the favorite against him. Pretty crazy. That might also show you maybe how bad Neil Magny is, but obviously Neil Magny, a guy who's been around forever, has fought a who's who of guys and beaten a list of guys that is pretty impressive. He's beaten Johnny Hendricks, Hector Lombard, Kevin Gastelum, he's with James Krause here in the save. He beat Tim Means, which he had the rematch, and he lost to Tim Means. And, he also fought, I believe he fought, Sergio Moraes. which, yeah, he lost by triangle there. Man who's almost been in this company for a decade at this point. A lot of fights under his belt. Yeah, he was on that Shane Corwin Big Country tough season, which I completely forgot about. But yeah, kind of crazy. Kind of crazy to see how much he has performed and how much he's improved, and just is a tough guy to figure out. At 175 was very much a gatekeeper of the division for a long, long time. But Ross Houston being the favorite Hitman Houston. We'll see how he does. And that one, then Stephen Ray taking on, as far as Mark Yagakis. This is a very, very, very tough fight because of how quickly this was made. Obviously, for Mark, he took this fight on this had to have been about, 2 weeks notice? Something around those lines. Maybe 3 weeks. But yeah, as far as I wish it would show when somebody gets replaced. But I mean, I'm almost positive it's been at least 2-3 weeks. Bit of a crapshoot, both guys. Minus 110, plus 100, very, very close to the betting lines. As far as for Stephen Ray, as far as 25-10, we'll take a look at his fight history, though. He was on a 3-fight winning streak, including a win before the save against Michael Johnson, but he had just lost to Nick Lentz, got 30-27 by Nick Lentz, but obviously a guy he's beaten Joe Lozon and Ross Pearson, which both those were majority and split decisions. It's kind of crazy to think his only kind of huge win in the UFC as far as by actual finish is here in the save against Lando Venati. Yeah, because, I mean, everybody else, it's either been a scorecard win or a split win, a majority win. Stephen Braveheart Ray, though, he is ranked from Glasgow, so a quick little fight for most guys that are, as far as coming in from outside of England, but obviously the Doncaster native for Mark Bone Crusher Yagakis, as far as he is, he was 3-0 at one point, then he was 12-0, and he obviously was deemed to be the future at one point, but then obviously had to fight some tough guys, Jakar Klaus, Dan Hooker, Nasrat. Of course, he had the Marabek fight here in the save, which we gave him a very, very tough fight. But he beat Arman Sarukian, and he's 30-27 him, so that's very, very impressive. Of course, that happened in July, too, so a quick turnaround for him. Hasn't had a bad fight yet. His style, again, is very, very fun, which in real life, he had kind of, I think he kind of second-guessed himself a little bit and kind of changed up his style. But here, though, he is on a warpath right now at 155, and is a fun fight to see for him and Stephen Ray, because both guys could really use this win. And then for Bayam Malecki taking on Martina Cech as 135 here for both girls, a bantamweight fight. Both girls undefeated for Bea, the bad news Barbie. She's in the rankings, which is crazy, because she's only got one win against Veronica Macedo here in the save, which she was on the ABC card back in May, which she got that win. Main eventing the prelim, and this was such a weird one because she's ranked so high for only having, she's 2-0 in the UFC, but only one fight here in the state. But Martina Cech, she beat Ashley Evans-Smith. She won with a rear naked choke. She's fought Karine Silva and Catherine Lanier here in the save, and both obviously wins there, but she's won with an armbar with a rear naked choke. Pretty good Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu grappler. She's 35, though. So as far as it's kind of now or never for her, unfortunately. As far as to make a run, she's going to have to get a couple more wins. But she is ranked 10th in the women's bantamweight division here in the company. So these are two top 10 bantamweights battling it out on the main event, the prelim. Big time opportunity for both those girls. We'll see how that plays out. And Brian Boland, the Belgian native, taking on Nathaniel Wood, the prospect Nathaniel Wood. Another England native, 5-2 in the UFC debut for Brian Boland, and shows you how talented he is. He's a favorite against Nathaniel Wood, who is an absolute savage. But he's on a couple of fight win streak. He was the KSW as far as champ. He just won a fight in 12 seconds, knocked him out. Bantamweight champ in KSW, and is somebody that has some pretty powerful hands, especially for a guy that's 135, knocking people out like that in 12 seconds. For Nathaniel Wood, though, All-around great guy as far as exciting fighter that can do kind of a little bit of everything. And was looking to make a little bit of a run there for a hot minute. Maybe the potential, kind of top 10 bantamweight. But here in the save, though, he did beat Brian Keller, who was ranked. He's beaten Saeed Nurmagomedov here in the save. He's fought Jose Alberto Quinones, Andre Ewell, Johnny Eduardo. He's fought some tough guys. Gotten some big wins along the way. We'll see how he does here against Nathaniel Wood. But it's a big, big fight for both guys, especially for Brian Boland, now to make a debut like this on a big-ass ABC card. Sure, it's on the prelim, but you got to start somewhere. For Dominique the Black Panther Wooding, a London native, taking on a Cardiff, Wales native, and Jack Tank Shore. Boy, oh boy, but as far as for Dominique Woodling, he is making his debut, and he's the favorite against Jack Shore, who's a tough guy in his own right, but yeah, he's got some power, too, at 125. He's fought, basically, here in the save at Bellator, which he's been on a tear, obviously. See, there's won 6 in a row. The James Gallagher one, too, is probably his most impressive. Most of those, as far as the last two, been by knockout. Tough guy to put away. Tough guy to put away for sure. Only 25 years old as well. For Jack Shore, he is coming off of a win over Davey Grant. That was his last fight in win, too. So it's been a long-ass time for Jack Shore. Basically took an entire year off. Still only 28, though. We'll see how he does. And this one was a long layover. Probably going to hurt him. But you never know. And for Mike Grundy and Tyler Diamond, Mike Grundy is another tough motherfucker to fight in your first fight. And again, the impending debut from Oroville, California, as a wrestler, to have that type of advantage over another wrestler, too. That shows you what type of talent Tyler Diamond is. 13-1, has been an LFA, and Titan FC has been getting some wins. David Onana is definitely his biggest win, as far as names-wise. And he went the distance with him in that one. But you see there winning by guillotine or rear naked choke. Very much a guy that goes for finishes when he's wrestling, which is great. We definitely want that. But 5'7", though. Pretty small for a wrestler at that weight. But I guess at the same time, though, Mike Grundy's 5'8". But yeah, so they're kind of both type of the stocky 145 kind of wrestler. And Mike Grundy, man, he just beat Bryce Mitchell. Not only beat him, he beat him up real bad. He wrestled him and threw him all over the place. He's only lost again to Leron Murphy, who's main eventing this show. So he is a very, very tough guy to be facing. And don't let the age fool you, too. He is still a very, very tough guy from Wingen. And we'll see how the England native will do against the Yankee coming in, trying to get a big win in his debut. For Bogdan Guskov, the Uzbekistan native, taking on Modestus Bugakas, the Denham, England native. As far as 14-3, he is 4-1 in the UFC. Of course, his only loss was Thiago Santos, which he got knocked out there, as far as I believe. Got stuffed on the takedown and got kneed, if I remember correctly. Let's see if he'll... No, it must have been just up against the cage then. Yeah, it must have been just a Muay Thai clinch knee. But, boy, he had beaten Vellante before that and had gotten a couple of more wins. Gleitson, De Abreu, and Shamil Gazbatov. But his first ABC card here after losing on a pay-per-view prelim, I believe that was on the prelim. Oh, no, that was on the... yeah, that was on the prelim. So, yeah, I was right. Yeah, that was in August, too. So, a pretty quick turnaround for a guy that got knocked out in a pretty violent fashion. We'll see how he does, though, against Bogdan Guskov, who was very, very tough. The Uzbekistan light heavyweight. Of course, his only loss was to Michel, which, again, as far as talking about him, he, again, to have that fight for Olazursk, which both, we have two, as far as for Olazursk, being 30-27, losing in that fashion was very, very tough. But Michael is quite the tough light heavyweight. But he did beat Abdul Karim Idolov. He's beaten Mike Rodriguez, all first-round finishes. On a little bit of a winning streak right now and a finish streak. That's a hell of a fight, though, especially for this prelim. The only one loss for both guys. Very, very close on the betting lines. Minus 110 both ways. Very, very tough fight to debut. I mean, this is the debut as far as to show off the card to begin with on the prelim. The very first fight of the night is going to be a banger. There really isn't a can-crushing performance. It's guys coming in making their debuts. and looking to make a big splash. A lot of 135 bouts, though, right in a row. Two men's bantamweight fights and the women's bantamweight fights. But man, this is going to be a hell of a card. A hell of a card for Yair Rodriguez. Main eventing for the 6th time, taking on Leron the Miracle Murphy. Murphy higher ranked, Rodriguez still the favorite, and I think Yair Rodriguez, it's time for him to get a big win. El Pantera looking to get back into the top 10 and to maybe potentially take another shot at the featherweight champ. As for Alexander Radic and Andrew the Vice Clamp, Radic is the favorite on the Blurcast Epics. It's 5-2. You can't count on Andrew Clamp, though. Very, very tough guy to put away. Leon Edwards does have the 5-inch reach advantage. He is the slight favorite, I believe, because of that reach advantage, even though he hasn't won in this decade. Masvidal, though, ranked 20th. Leon Edwards still in the top 15. We'll see how he does in this one against Gamebred, as Jorge Masvidal obviously has the power to knock somebody out with one shot. As Ross the Hitman Houston taking on Neil Magny, and again, just crazy how much of a favorite Ross Houston is. Shows you how talented he is when he's a clear favorite over Neil Magny. 7-0 on the Blurcast Stat Picks. As the Bone Crusher versus Braveheart. As Mark is the favorite, 5-2. Stephen Ray. Kind of crazy. Again, this is a crapshoot fight because this is a very, very close fight on as far as short notice, and anything can really happen here. I would not really put a lot of stock into Mark being the favorite because this is just going to be a crapshoot either way. For Abea, though, the 8-inch reach advantage, which is insane. Again, some of these reaches and heights have been crazy. As far as Charles Oliveira being 6'2", for example, you don't really, as far as, again, sometimes you're just kind of rolling because you're like, obviously, they can't fuck that up, as far as that's so easy. You just go on Tapology and you'll see the height and reach, but now, there's been so many that have been fucked up. Maybe Bey is one of them. Who knows? But Martina Cech, this is a tough fight for her, but she is a good grappler, though, so you never know. But that should be a fun bantamweight fight. And for Brian Bolin, he also has a reach advantage, 5-inch reach advantage over Nathaniel Wood. That's probably why he's the favorite. But again, Nathaniel Wood's very, very tough. Tough debut for Brian. Nonetheless, the Belgium native looking to get a big win in his debut. And for Dominique Wooding, the Black Panther, he is also, of course, making his debut and looking to get a big win in his debut, 6-1 again, with Jack Tank Shore, the Cardiff Wales native. So both guys, very, very, as far as for them, this is obviously I don't think we're ever going to run a Cardiff show. Maybe we will. You never know, I guess, but highly doubt it. If it's going to be anything, it's going to be like a fight night show. Don't think we'll run like an ABC show. Maybe we will, though. You never know, or even a pay-per-view. But this is about as hometown as it can get for Jack Shore, without obviously going to Cardiff. And this is a big-time fight. Big-time fight for sure. And we'll see how the Wales native can do against the debuting Dominique Wooding. And for Mike Grundy taking on Tyler Diamond, again, shows you how talented Tyler Diamond is when he is a clear favorite against a great, great wrestler. Trains a team alpha male. So as far as Uriah Faber, got another absolute savage in there at another talented featherweight. Gonna be a tough fight for Mike Grundy, for sure. Both fighters, I think, are gonna have a tough fight though on their hands. And for Bogdan, Guskov, and Modestus, Bugakis, as far as he is 4-3 on the Blurcast Stat Picks, the slight favorite. These two savages, though, are about to go to war to kick it off, and this is going to be a very, very tough fight. Herb Dean's referee, cage side judges here, as Modestus getting a big ovation here for the Denham, England native. Both guys 6'3 as well, both guys 205, and coming in off a counter already, Guskov misses with the big right hand after the jab to counter that head kick, and here comes Guskov with a left hook. 1-2 from Modestus. Guskov is, there we go, making contact. Does Modestus there? Guskov with a jab, but again, misses the big right hand, misses the follow-up shot. Left kick to the body. Left jab and a good right hand from Guskov. A little 1-2 there. He's finally landing some stuff. Guskov with a jab. A couple of jabs, actually. Then he meet in the center. Left jab into the low kick. Nice right hook. Misses the jab. Left hook to the body. Left jab. Off target with a head kick. Off target with a jab. Hits the right hand. Left jab, clinching above the high kick. Modestas forcing a strike exchange, pair of jabs. Here comes a beautiful straight right, though, from Guskov after Modestas. It's the left jab. Oh, no, that's a left jab, but a straight right from Modestas. My bad. I completely misread that. 1-2 from Modestas. He has been landing some shots, but here comes a big head kick that does some damage and rocks him, but he's going to be saved by the bell. Great stuff there. That's exactly what we expected. Crazy Guskov rocked him, but he doesn't get the round. Obviously, Modestas was looking really, really good. Really, Guskov, as far as that definitely was the highlight for sure of the round, but very, very close either way. As far as I'm cool either way, if you want to give it to Modestas or Guskov, I feel like Guskov probably landed more. At the same time, Bogdan had him there at the end, but it was at the very, very end of the round. Left jab and a good right hand from Modestas, good right hand from Guskov. Jab and a right cross. Boy, oh boy, left jab and a clean right hand. These guys are landing now. Here comes a counter. Guskov with a right hook. Left hook from Modestas. 1-2 from Guskov. A couple of jabs, missed the right hand. A couple of jabs from Guskov, but he also misses. Oh no, he lands actually the right hand. And oh my god, Modestas here comes in with the counter. After the right cross misses, Modestas comes in with a quick left and a left roundhouse kick to the body. I mean, the counter striking from both men. The 1-2s, the combinations have been perfect. Just, Modestas hasn't rocked him, but there's another big-time shot. It's a jab and a right cross. Knocks him down this time, though, and Guskov might just finish him here, and he does. Huge win for Bogdan Guskov. That's exactly the type of fight we expected. Both guys 14-3, and both guys were looking for that 15th win, and Bogdan does it. Hell of a fight. Hell of a fight to kick it off. And, he's at Red Devils Fighting Club as well, and this is, Bogdan's going to go on a run, definitely at 205. He's so talented that it's going to be damn near impossible for him to not make a run. For Mike Grundy, though, taking on Tyler Diamond, Josh Rosenthal, referee, cage side judges here. Here we go. They touch gloves, and already Tyler Diamond shot him, but he got sprawled. Push him down in his hands and knees, and yeah, Mike Grundy, a little bit of a welcoming committee to how great these wrestlers are in the UFC, and Mike Grundy trying to throw him down after the double underhook. Can't get him down, though. Now Tyler Diamond looking for a trip. Oh, and he swept him. There we go. He's got side control. Kimura almost got him right there. And again, Tyler Diamond going for those submissions. You love to see it. He's at least trying to finish the round. Very, very close fight, though, because of how back and forth it was wrestling-wise. But Tyler Diamond, he did get the takedown. He did go for the Kimura. You got to give it to him, but it's a very, very close round. Already, Tyler Diamond, again, gets pushed on his hands and knees and already shooting for the takedowns. He's just going to keep on shooting for him. Mike Grundy doing a phenomenal job of stopping these takedowns. Again, he's going for these underhooks, but can't take him down. Tyler Diamond, though, gets back controlling again. He gets the sweep. So he's able to sweep him, but he can't trip him up with a takedown like a double leg or a single leg. But he's able to get the sweep. So now some small strikes. Maybe looking for his chance to get something going. But Grundy's doing a good job of hitting him from the bottom. But, Tyler Diamond, he pretty much knows that the only thing, that happened was that big takedown. Yeah, I mean, Mike Grundy needs a finish now. And that's, and there we go. Grundy looking for his takedown. But again, Tyler Diamond's takedown defense is pretty solid. He maintained a good, solid base. Though when Tyler Diamond tries to go for the takedown, can't take him down. Goes for it again. Another takedown that gets blocked. Yeah, I mean, these two, just the wrestling has been pretty on point for both guys. The takedown defense has been great. But finally, Mike Grundy gets a takedown. See what he can do with it. Trying to pass. Oh, yeah, keeps him firmly in guard. Tyler Diamond, a hell of a grappler. Oh, but Mike Grundy comes in. Perfect opportunity to get side control. But that's the end of the fight. He won the round, so it's going to be 29-28, unfortunately. Oh, my, it's a split. Thought it was going to be 29-28 Tyler Diamond, but it might go the other way. 29-28. Oh, 29-29. How does Sal D'Amato give it a 29-29 round? How the fuck do you 29-29 in that type of fight? That's fucking insane. That's crazy. As far as 29 all. Like, he had to give around a 9-9. Like, I don't know how else. Or, like, what round do you give a 10-8 even? Like, that. That's crazy. There's no way he gave somebody a 10-8 round. If he did, it had to have been this Mike Grundy round. But that's a crazy scorecard. Unreal. Unreal. Very, very confused by that one. That's Sal D'Amato for you, though. Jesus Christ. Dan Miragliotta, our referee gateside judges here. Wooding in the looking to make a big splash. Looking to make a bigger splash than Tyler Diamond, who unfortunately got fucked over by the judges in that one. There's a nice right hand that lands hard, though. Oh, Wooding again, landing these shots. And there's a nice straight right hand. He cuts him up with it. And he is going after it. He's coming forward, left-hand exchange. Moving behind him now. They're going to check on the fight to see how that cut is as far as to see if it's going to be a problem. But it's not, luckily, and we're back underway. And Jack Shore, right off the restart, shoots for the takedown, but he doesn't take him down. But at least he's got him against the cage. Now he gets the takedown. So that, separating him like that definitely helped out Jack Shore more than anything. But, man, Dominique Wooding looking really, really good. But these strike combinations, Jack Shore, he got the takedown, but he's been getting fucked up here. And there we go. There's a big-time shot to rocks him with that last one. And there's a big right hand that sends him down to the mat. And he is getting fucked up here. Miragliotta's got to stop the fight. Great fight for Dominique Wooding, rather. Dominique Wooding is looking like he might be a ranked 155er the way he is, the way he's hitting like he is. I mean, that's a hell of a lot of power for a guy that's 155. Fantastic fight, too. So, great stuff there for Dominique Wooding. And, man, Next Generation MMA from Liverpool, looking good. Big win. First round finish. Can't beat that. For Brian Boland, though, he's looking to make a big splash at 135. Taking on Nathaniel Wood. Miragliotta's referee gateside judges. Here we go. They come together, and already Brian's trying to walk him down. Counter left hand from Wood. Stunning right hook from Brian Boland, rather, who knocks down Wood and look to finish the fight, which now he's going for mount, so he didn't finish him. So we'll see what Brian can do, and he's going to lay and pray, potentially, which is interesting. Thank God they stand back up. Jab and exchange. And Brian Boland, he already showed the power already, dropping him like that, and there's a beautiful uppercut that knocks him down again. His power at 135 is quite impressive, and he gets survived by the round. That's a 10-8 round, for sure. Absolutely. There's Sal D'Amato, that's a 10-8 round. That guy got multiple knockdowns, and the guy was on the gas the whole way. And there's a jab at a crunching right hook. Left hook from Wood. Powerful right hook from Boland, and again, looking to finish the fight. He finally gets the finish. That's a bad man at 135. Bad man right there. That is a lot of power, and he showed it there. 13th win. Big debut, and, trains, praises his team at UFD Gym, and my lord, what a debut, what a performance. For bad news, Barbie herself, Bea Malecki, take it on Tina Chech. The 5'10", 5'9". Again, they're only a height difference of 1 inch in, as far as an advantage for Martina, but she's given up 8 inches of reach. Something's probably off, if I had to guess. As for Pancrase in Sweden, the Sweden affiliate, and Apex MMA for Bea. As Dan Miragliotta, again, our referee. Jesus, he has been a busy guy tonight. And here we go. They touch gloves. Coming in with the left hook here after the big right hand misses from Malecki. Counter jab, caught over the right hook. And Malecki's counter striking is pretty solid. But Chechich, though, with the counter left hand. There we go. Jab a straight right. Neither fighter can land anything. Meet in the center, off target with a jab, scores the right hook, jab, right hand. Bam, is pressuring up. Now, here comes a right hook that lands on the ribs. Oh, ducked the right hook after slipping past it, so good shit there. Yeah, that's, as far as Martina's looking good so far. Well, now, as I say, there comes a jab and a right cross from Malecki after the counter. Right hook from Martina, nice right hook from Malecki. And yeah, Bea landed more, but at least Martina, she's not getting completely dominated out there. She has landed a good bit of strikes. Just Bea's landed more power shots. Counter jab, missed it. Comes up short with the set of strikes, but it's the body kick, though, does Bea. Yeah, Bea dodges the right hand, counterattacks the left hand to straight right. So the 1-2 after the counter. Another 2 left hands in the right. So there's a 3-punch combination from Bea. 1-2 from Martina. And here comes a 1-2 again. Left jab, left hook to the body. So Bay is landing some body shots now. Right hand's blocked with the left jab. Jab does find contact on the right. Right hand after the left jab. 2 quick jabs. No power behind them at all. Jab. Evades the big right. Okay, come together. Left hand from Chechich. Jab, right cross. Jab, or left hand in general. There from as far as slipping past the right hook attempt. Attacks with a brace jab spot by a good right hand. Starting to slow down a little bit now. They engage. Jab, right hand. That's blocked. Brace jabs. Right hand taking on the gloves. Let's see in the second. Bay again. Another round for her. No surprise. Martina needs a finish. And here comes a counter from Bea already. Left jab, right hand. Off the counter. Both fighters fail to land anything on that one. Now they're swinging and missing. I think both girls are pretty much tired at this rate. But another counter. Left roundhouse kick to the body. So Bea's counter striking is just too good. Her reach is too good. She's landing some combinations. Left jab, right cross. Toe-toe strikes. Either fighter can land anything. Left jab, right cross. Missed the jab. Lands the great right hook, though. Coming together again. Slipping past the right hook. Counters the left cross. Another slip here. Slipping past the right hook. Counters the left jab and a roundhouse kick to the body. That's too short. Big, powerful right hook from Bea after the counter. Yes, she dropped her. Might finish her here. Nope. We're going the distance. But it will be 30-27 for Bea. As the Bad News Barbie makes 3-0. Good fight, though. Good little main event of a prelim. Praise their team at Apex MMA and all their tough efforts and their tough fight. With Martina, she dropped her, of course. Couldn't finish her, though. For Steven Braveheart Ray. Taking on the Bone Crusher. Mark Diakis says here. We go. Ultimate Training Center, UTC. London Shoot Fighters for Steven Braveheart Ray. Here we go. They touch gloves. No exchange, but nothing lands. Missed the right hand as Ray. 1-2 from Mark. Fails the land, countering the jab. There's a straight right hand from Mark. Dodges the right hand, counterattacks the jab and a left cross. The miss from Stephen Ray. Mark's in the pocket. Fails to land anything, though. Yeah, it's going to be a little sloppy with such a quick change of fighters for both men. Obviously, Mark was pretty much on the couch. Maybe he was, just in the gym training and was ready for the call, but he's not looking too odd. Here we go. There comes in with 5 quick punches. Lands 2 of them. The big right head kick rather followed up. Missed it though. Jab, left low kick doesn't land. Right jab, right roundhouse kick to the body though hits after missing on the right jab. Dodges left hand with a great right hook. So as far as Mark's doing a good job counter striking so far. Goes for the body kick here with a spin kick. Left jab, right cross from Mark. Stephen Ray with a kind of desperate takedown. Might have stole around with that one. Oh, that may still give it to Bark. Great stuff, though. Great stuff from Mark. Turned it on there at the end. Just got caught with the takedown. If I'm Stephen Ray, I'm probably going for another takedown, but because he's getting absolutely fucked up with the strikes. There's a little counter striking there from Mark after that little 1-2. And here comes a good combination. But again, Mark, great jab. As far as great guard. Countering the jab. Right cross blocked, though, after the jab misses. Glancing both the high kick from Stephen Ray after the jab. Great boxing from Mark here. A 6-punch combination. Ends with a right cross, and he knocked him down with it. Hell of a shot. Big time right hand, and down he goes. I mean, Lord have a mercy. What a win for Mark Diakis. I mean, that is a crazy, crazy win to beat Stephen Ray like that. Finished him 16-4, and he's a tough guy to put away as well. He wants Modestus, Rebecca. That is a crazy-ass fight that he wants. I mean, we might make that happen for how crazy that fight's going to be. For Russ, the Hitman Houston, and Neil Magny. Our next one, Ross Houston, 13-0, the London native. Looking to keep that undefeated streak going. Missed the right, it's kind of the right hand already from Neil Magny. Yeah, Neil Magny, a tricky guy. Long, lanky. He's a tough grappler. Great clinch game. But already, Houston's finding his combinations. 1-2, left jab and a leg kick. Oh, powerful right hand, though, from Magny. Down he goes. Neil Magny just did it. Dropped him, finished him. Big upset. And that is why Neil Magny is always a tough guy. I mean, no matter how old he is, no matter the streak he is on, he can put you away. He's got great grappling skills. He's got some good right hands. He showed it there. Knocking out the Hitman and getting the win in the first round. Great win. And, boy, I bet the London crowd is stunned with that one. A -310 favorite losing like that. Shocking stuff. Leon Rocky Edwards, Jorge Gamebred, Masvidal. as Jorge Masvidal, 5'10", 175, Leon Edwards, 6', 175. Rosenthal, our referee gauge that judges here. And here we go, round one begins, they touch gloves. Scores the jab, misses the roundhouse, kicks the body. Wicked left uppercut from Edwards, and he drops Jorge Masvidal. There's something in the air going on right now, because Leon Edwards might just finish him with the arm triangle, but no. Goes for it again, and that's crazy. Masvidal hangs on. Now he's going for the armbar. They stand to back up, which, yeah, I mean, let's see what Masvidal can do. He got caught. It's not over, though. Still a lot of time left to turn it around. Sure, he's probably lost this round, but as long as he can survive it, maybe he'll get something going here in the second. Oh, there's a massive head kick, though. Another knockdown. Well, that's a 10-8 round now. I mean, that's a 10-8 round. No way that's a 10-9. That's pretty crazy. That's clearly a 10-8. Oh, my. Leon Edwards is just world-class right now. There we go. He finally finishes him. I don't know if there was a welterweight on the planet that was going to stop Leon Edwards tonight. He was putting a stop to the losing streak. Looked phenomenal. And, boy, AKA really helped him out a lot. Boy, oh boy, I mean, he just completely outworked Jorge Masvidal. That was quite impressive. Masvidal, not great. Not a great performance from him. And now that's, technically his fourth loss. I guess really it's his fourth non-finish. And not fourth loss in a row because of the no contest. But not a great look for Masvidal at all after that one. I mean, he got completely outclassed. But for Andrew the Vice Clamp against Alexander Rocket Radic, you give it up a lot of hype, but he's a pretty good grappler against a kickboxer. I would say he's got a good chance here, but Clamp also is a little bigger at maybe 215, 220 against Alexander Radic tonight, which is pretty crazy. Maybe that heavy weight might help him out, though, with the grappling advantage. Already, though, doesn't get him down, but he's got him against the ropes. Leg sweep doesn't take him down. Radic doing a really good job. Well, they actually got taken down. But now, as far as with Radic on the bottom, shouldn't be able to do a whole lot with the Vice Clamp on top of him. But the referee's going to stand him up. And Radic, obviously, combinations here. Nice jab and a straight right. Obviously, not the most exciting of first rounds. Clamp does his thing, and he's already going back for a takedown. This time he got it, though, on the first try. He still can't get him. He can't get past his guard, which is kind of crazy. That shows you how good of a grappler Radic has turned into a little bit. Yeah, Clamp already got side control. Sweeps him, gives him his back, though. Boy, oh boy. Went for the sweep. I get it, a little bit of desperation, but it's not going to help you out at all. If he gets both hooks hit, it's definitely over, but he's landed some shots here. Oh, and he got him without the hooks in. That is crazy. What a win for Andrew the Vice Clamp. Got him in the second round, right before the end of the second, too. Just 25 seconds. I mean, obviously, Radic lost that first round, and probably was going to lose the second one had he went the distance, but that third round, you never know. I mean, one-time shot could have changed the whole fight, but what a win for Andrew Clamp, and he wants Carl Moore. He definitely should fight more ranked guys. I mean, that was a crazy win for Andrew Clamp. But our main event, Yair Rodriguez, Leron Murphy, Mergliato's referee, Gage side judges, and here we go. They engage here, countering the leg kick with a spin kick to the ribs. My God, already. The first guy to throw a spin kick, and it wasn't Yair Rodriguez. Leron Murphy's counter-striking has been quite good. Very, very impressive here. Oh, here comes a counter, though. Quick left jab and a powerful head kick. Down he goes. Yair Rodriguez, El Pantera, ends it. The Manchester, England native gets dropped and finished. Boy, oh boy, what a main card that was. I mean, so many finishes. As, things have been connected to VFS Academy, all his various, sponsors, his friends, family, supporters. What a win, though. Lord have mercy. I mean, that is exactly the type of card we needed. A hell of a fight card. Really, the only bad fight was the Grundy one, and even then, it was an interesting grappling exchange. Really, just as far as that kind of first round, was a little bit of a lull, but the other two, saw some great stuff back and forth. Obviously, the Dominic Wooding performance was great. Brian Bolin, with his great finish. Some great stuff, man. A lot of drops, a lot of knockdowns, and Lord, no walk-off KO, though, which is interesting. A lot of guys got dropped. Damn. Decrease of popularity everywhere. So I guess Yair and Leron Murphy were not big names. Andrew Clamp, though, he looked great. Obviously, Leon Edwards, great. Neil Magny, Mark. huge win. Brian Bolin and Dominique Wooding, obviously. Both those guys got fucked. I'm going to give one to Tyler Diamond, though. He probably should have won that fight. Very, very tough. Very, very tough. Still made about $1 million now, so that's good. Even with all those performance bonuses and whatnot. So that will do it, though, for this episode. Thank you all for watching, and we will catch you guys next time, as I think we're going to go down the rankings before our next show. I feel like it's been a hot minute. I think the last time we did it was at the start of the new year, so I feel like it's time to run down the rankings again, and we'll catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone.